Speak English?
Yeah, sure.
Good. I'd like you to send this telegram for me, please.
14 shillings 50, please.
14. Thank you.
Perhaps there's something in that.
You hear there's always such a commotion. Oh, here it is. Mrs. Karen Manelli. You're in luck. Please, would you sign here?
Thank you.
Hope it's good news.
Of course. Happy New Year.
Thank you. The same to you.
Well, finally back. Where have you been?
The shops were so terribly crowded today, Mr. Kruger. I had to wait everywhere. It's New Year's Eve, you know.
Just a second. I wanted to ask you what you did with my dress shoes. I looked everywhere for them.
Why, they're in your closet.
I couldn't find them. You'll have to look. Now, please.
Of course. Immediately. But the shoes are in your closet, Mr. Kruger, right where I put them.
Really? And I didn't see them. Thank you.
Again, nothing?
Well, this time there is. A telegram. Jack Mortimer arrives today.
His train arrives at 7.
Yes.
What time is it now?
It's 4 o'clock.
I wonder what she wrote to him.
Why don't you ask her?
Ask her. Why not? I will.
Why, Claude, you shouldn't get upset. You have a concert tonight. Perhaps I shouldn't have shown it to you.
I'm very grateful you did. Mrs. Fraser, tell me, how many letters or telegrams have you given my wife lately? That's good enough. Interesting, your book?
Not especially.
What is it? You know how you look? Like someone sitting in a railroad station till train is late, holding a book to fill in the time, and waiting. What are you waiting for, Karen?
I don't know what you mean.
Perhaps for an answer? The answer to a letter you have written. What did you write to Jack Mortimer, Karen? Well, come on. Invent something. It shouldn't be so difficult. Why don't you lie?
Stop it, Claude. I've had enough. Now leave me alone.
Karen, why do you have confidence in strangers instead of in me? Why do you want to leave me?
Don't play games with me, Claude. I can't bear it.
I'm not playing any games.
But it's so simple, Claude. I've told you 1,000 times. I'm not happy.
I know it's hard living with me, but there's never been a moment where I didn't need you. Whatever I might have done or said, you know that.
Well, then, why don't you talk to me like this more often?
Darling, I will. If you stay with me, I promise you I will. Everything will be different. There'll be no more spying and no more suspicions. Look, this came for you from Jack Mortimer. That's the message you were waiting for, isn't it? You see, I'm not afraid to show it to you.
Thank you.
Darling, I don't want to know what you wrote to him. And I don't want to know what your plans were. There's just one thing you have to tell me. And that is that we'll stay together.
Yes.
You won't see him.
No.
You swear it.
Yes, Claude.
Excuse me, Claude, but you're late. We have already called twice. You have got to leave now.
All right, Kruger, get the car ready.
All right.
I'll be home before midnight. We'll see the New Year in together.
Yes, Claude.
What kind of a New Year would there be for me without you? What kind of a life? Darling, it will be a better year. You'll see.
Nut.
Idle! Idle! Hey, Idle, come on, open up! It's me, Tony. You've got to take the taxi.
Do you want to go through the window? Or would you rather use my key?
Hello, Marie.
Hello. Why so early? Car broke down?
Guess again.
You broke down?
Hey, you're getting warm. Idle. Come on, wake up. Time to go to work. Hey, wake up. Oh, no. Not again.
Stop it, Tony. That's a 3-bottle case. Water won't help. I'll make some coffee. Now tell me, what's the trouble?
No trouble. I just decided to retire and live on my income.
Oh, stop joking and tell me what happened.
I nearly had an accident. Some drunken fool in a hurry to get to the cemetery.
The police?
No. This time I was lucky. He got away and I got away. There were no police around.
Thank heaven.
It's Heinkel I'm worried about. Now, the last time they told him if they catch him letting a man drive a cab without a license, he'd lose his papers.
I wouldn't worry about Heinkel. Think about yourself. It would have been jail again.
Well, I don't mind the jail. As a matter of fact, when you compare it with the rest of the world, it has a lot to recommend it. It's quiet there. Last time I was in, I slept like a baby.
Since I'm out, I can't sleep at all.
Because the springs of the sofa are broken.
Now, during the war, I slept on the floor. Even the bombing didn't disturb me. It's something else. A dream. Every night the same. I'm standing in front of some guy in a uniform. His face is... well, it's like the face of all presidents and generals and policemen together. His uniform, buttons, brass belts, and decorations. But no gun and no saber. Just a sharp little pencil. He points it at me and says very politely, "What's your name, my boy?" I say, "Tony Spooner, sir, with your permission." He says, "Now show me your papers, my boy." And I start to sweat. My heart begins to pound like crazy. I scream and wake up.
You have got to eat. You have got to keep driving.
Sure. Say, how much money have you got? Approximately.
Approximately, I don't know. Exactly, I have 82 shillings and 40 groschen.
And we're in the same bracket. Well, that's enough for tonight. We'll give ourselves a real New Year's Eve. What do you say?
And what about tomorrow?
Tomorrow? It's all taken care of. Tomorrow morning, bright and early, I'm going to the police and say, "Here I am, Tony Spooner, 32 years old, 150 pounds, but losing weight fast. Speak 3 languages fluently. Temporary visitor, United States of America, England, France, Czechoslovakia, and Austria. A proud possessor of no permit of residence, no passport, but an interesting criminal record. Illegal entry, vagrancy, selling cigarettes without a permit, driving a taxi without a permit, eating without a permit, sleeping without a permit, trying to earn a living without a permit. Here I am, dear police. A New Year's gift wrapped in no permits. Do whatever you want with this dangerous individual."
Tony.
I'm sorry. And now I'm going to wake up my drunken benefactor and tell him to get moving. Hey, Heinkel. Heinkel, come on, wake up, wake up.
Good morning.
It's late in the afternoon, but good morning. Come on now, up you get.
Why?
Well, because of Vienna. You're needed.
Who needs me?
Everyone. Schubert, the Blue Danube, Strauss, distinguished foreigners we have here. The Americans, the Russians, the British, the French. All the tourists in and out of uniform. They need transportation.
All right. They need me, the pedestrians. Where's my taxi?
It's downstairs. Here are the keys.
Happy New Year.
Tony, how can you let him drive like that? He'll crash into the first lamppost he sees. You stay here and have some coffee.
He has to be at the railroad station to meet the express. The cab is assigned.
Oh, then you have to go.
Huh?
You have stood it so long, another couple of hours won't hurt you. It gives me time to get dressed and to get him sober.
Please, Tony, just a couple of hours. I feel lousy.
Okay, Curly, but this is the last time.
Thanks a million, Tony.
Evening paper, sir.
Thank you.
It's rather chilly in here. Would you like some tea?
Oh, don't bother.
Oh, it's no bother at all. It will be ready in a minute.
All right, all right.
He's doing his books. If you leave now, he won't notice. What's the matter, darling?
I'm afraid.
Oh, nonsense. In a day you will be in America and safe. What can he do to you there?
I don't know. But I'm afraid. Claude never gives up anything that belongs to him. And when he finds out that you helped me...
Oh, don't think about me. Think about yourself. You can't go on like that. Come on, darling, come.
Thank you, Anna, for everything.
And a better new year, darling.
Oh, thank you. Terribly stuffy in here. We ought to open a window.
Excuse me, Mr. Kruger.
Yes?
There's something I'd like to ask you.
Well?
I know Mr. Manelli listens to you.
Well, what is it?
Oh, he was so angry with me about the telegram. But what should I have done? Madame begged me to do it.
All right, all right. Next time she asks you something like that, go ahead. Yes. But tell us about it first.
Please, your tea, Mr. Kruger. I'll open the window for you.
Hello? Yes? Oh, Mr. Manelli would like her to be at the concert. I'll ask her. Hold on.
Madame is asleep, I believe.
I'll just have to wake her. Miss Manelli? Karen! She has taken her passport. Hello. Hello, call Mr. Manelli to the phone. Immediately. It's very important.
I can't possibly disturb him now. It's impossible, just impossible. All right, Mr. Kruger, I'll tell him. Yes, yes, as soon as I can.
That all right for you, Claude? Good. Gentlemen, let's go back to D.
Mr. Kruger wants to know what he should do.
Nothing. Oh, wait a minute. Tell him... No, tell him I call him later.
That was much better. Claude, please the last two bars of the cadenza. From letter H.
Please.
Do you have a reservation for Mr. Mortimer? Jack Mortimer?
Yes, he arrives on the 7 o'clock train. That's in half an hour if the train isn't late.
Where can I wait?
Perhaps in the writing room?
Thank you.
Claude.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Tired?
I have a slight headache. It's nothing bad, but I'd like to rest before the performance. I think it's going fine. Am I discharged?
Of course, Claude.
Thank you very much, gentlemen.
This way, sir.
Hey, that's my car. Takes the next one.
Oh, all right, all right. Follow me, sir. Thank you, sir.
Tickets to the Golden Lion.
Golden Lion is a very comfortable hotel, sir. I think you'll like it. My saying so. You'll save yourself a lot of time if you take a taxi to the airport instead of a bus. If you'd like me to, I can ask my partner to... What's the matter, sir? Very well. Here, let me help you up. Hey, take it easy, will you? Something's happened to my passenger.
Hey, what's going on there?
Hey, wait a minute!
Keep on driving. You're blocking the traffic.
Waiter, where's the telephone? Right here, sir. Yes. Two gompels. Yes. Two gompels. Make it start. Yes. Yes. All right.
Police, 27th District, Sergeant Earl speaking.
Police? I want to report a dead man.
Was it an accident?
No accident.
What happened?
Well, I don't know exactly, but he's dead.
What's your name?
My name? What's my name got to do with it? Look, I just want to report... I'm here in a cafe. Well, I don't know the name of the street. Just a minute, I'll find out. Waiter, come here a minute, please.
Yes, sir. Immediately.
Hello? Yes, I'm trying to find out.
Where are you?
Oh, no, not in the street, in a taxi.
Taxi?
Yes, that's right.
What's your name?
No, it's not my taxi. I'm only the driver.
Driver's license.
Well, I don't know. Well, my driving permit? Yes. Well, my name is I, the undersigned, Secretary of State of the United States of America, hereby request all whom it may concern to permit safely and freely to pass, and in case of need to give all lawful aid and protection to Jack Mortimer, a citizen of the United States. Safely, freely, citizen.
In case you want to learn the telephone book by heart, I wouldn't bother with the letter Q. There are so very few customers. Other people would like to phone too.
I'm sorry.
Double cognac, please.
Imported or domestic?
Domestic.
Shouldn't do that, friend. Domestic brandy. 2 double cognac, French, curvy cirque. There's one thing I've learned on my trip. In each country, get the real stuff. In Paris, cognac, champagne, and girls. In Rome, spaghetti, Chianti, and girls. In America, steaks, washing machines, that's my business, and girls. Come here, precious. Meet the wife.
Don't be silly, Harry. Leave the fellow alone.
Stay out of this, precious. I'm using the diplomatic approach. In Vienna, schnitzel, pastry, and waltzes. I fooled you that time, didn't I? Say, can you dance a waltz?
Sure he can waltz, Harry, but maybe he doesn't want to dance. Come on, you diplomat. Leave him alone.
Shut up, precious. Hey, Irving, put on that one that goes da-da-da.
Okay, Harry.
You see, Precious wants to dance a real Viennese waltz with a real Viennese. Be a good fella and give her a whirl, huh?
Are you the driver of the cab outside?
Yes, why?
You're wanted.
Hey, what do you want there?
Oh, here are you. I thought you were sleeping it off in there. Where in your Strasse 12?
Door's broken. Fly over on the other side.
Ooh, one side is taxi. Why don't they fellow?
You should have smiled a little. But it will do.
Hurry it up, can't you?
It takes time to dry. And I have to copy the seal. It's not so easy. Very complicated.
I need it in 15 minutes.
You'll get it in an hour. Say, where are the dollars? All right. In half an hour. Now let me work. Something to amuse you. It's called Life in these United States. Very instructive for a new citizen.
Where have you been? I had so much trouble getting Heinkel sober. Let's call him before he starts all over again.
No, Marie.
What's
Stay
the matter,
down here.
Tony? Something happened?
Yes. Yes, something has happened. I have to leave Vienna tonight.
Leave Vienna? Where to?
Listen, Marie, I can't talk now. There's no time. I'll come back in a couple of hours and say goodbye. Put this with the rest of my things.
Where did you get this, Tony? Tony, what have you done?
I got my chance. For once in my life, it came to me and I took it. Don't worry. Everything will be all right. I'll see you later. Sir? There should be an airplane ticket for me, I believe. Mortimer. Jack Mortimer.
Oh, Mr. Mortimer, we had nearly given you up. No, there's nothing for you for the moment.
Are you sure?
Quite. But your room is ready. Number 14. Would you kindly fill out this arrival form?
Do I have to do that now?
I'm afraid so. Police regulations. Your passport, please. Reception. Oh, yeah. Yes. I'll send up the passport to you later. Boy. Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
This way, sir. Will that be all, sir?
No, will you ask the desk to telephone the airline about my ticket immediately?
Right away, sir. Millie, call the airline office and ask about the ticket for the gentleman in number 14. He's waiting for it.
Mr. Mortimer, the gentleman has just arrived. Jack Mortimer, in number 14. What are you waiting for? The airline office. R49292. Don't worry. You'll get off in time for your party.
Who's there?
May I see you for a moment? Excuse me, may I talk to you for a moment?
What about?
May I come in?
Of course.
I'm sorry to disturb you, but it's rather urgent.
Are you sure you haven't the wrong room? This is number 14. Well, whom did you want to talk to?
Aren't you Mr. Williams from New York?
Oh, no. My name is Mortimer. Jack Mortimer. I just arrived in Vienna. I knew immediately you must have been mistaken.
I'm sorry.
No harm done.
Why do you say you were someone you're not? Jack Mortimer happens to be an old friend of mine.
So you're a friend of his?
Yes.
Very clever. You've tricked me. Well, the truth is very simple. You see, Jack also happens to be a friend of mine. He had to stay in Paris, and he knew the rooms were short here, so he suggested that I use his reservation.
He stayed in Paris, but I got a telegram from Salzburg.
Well, I really don't know. Perhaps I misunderstood. You see, everything happened in such a hurry, it was difficult for me to... Excuse me a minute. Yes?
We called the airline, sir. They say the tickets were on the way.
Good.
They'd like to know if there's any luggage on the other ticket. For Mrs. Manelli.
No, I have no luggage.
Thank you.
Why are you lying? Who are you?
I just told you.
You say you're a friend of Jack's. Well, he was coming here to see me. Didn't he tell you that? You say he gave you permission to use his room. Did he also give you permission to use his luggage? Or do you have the same initials, perhaps? And this is Jack's watch, and when did you steal all this? Where is Jack?
Listen to me, please. Be quiet. I tell you, I didn't steal
anything.
anything.
What have you done with him? He didn't give you these things. You robbed him, haven't you? You robbed him and you...
Wait a minute. Come back here. My passport, please, quickly.
Your passport? Well, I had forgotten to fill out the arrival form. Just a moment, please. Won't take a moment. What's the number?
400562.
How was that? Oh, what's the difference?
Around the corner. There he is.
Mr. Mortimer?
Yes, what is it?
I am sorry. You have to come with us.
Horrible reason for all this, or he wouldn't say he was someone else and he wouldn't have Jack's things.
Don't excite yourself, Mrs. Manelli. If anything happened to your friend, we'll find out in no time. If you'll excuse me for just one moment. Sir, would you mind coming here? You say your name is Mortimer?
Yes.
You arrived this evening?
Yes.
May I see some identification? A passport will do. Or don't you have it with you?
Of course I have it.
Born the 2nd of April in what's the name of the town?
Spokane, Washington.
Oh, that's right. There's a state, Washington, And then there's the Washington where they sent all the money from. It's very confusing.
Yes.
Well, did you reach him?
Yes, I spoke to him.
Well, it's not very regular, but, all right. Will you follow me, please?
Good evening, madame. Happy to see you back so soon. Mr. Manelli will be with you in just a few minutes, please. You'll have to be patient for a few moments.
The end of the third movement. It's a pity we didn't come sooner.
I'm so glad you're back.
Your manager made the same charming remark. Thank you, Claude.
We'll have our talk later. Please wait in my dressing. I cannot tell you how grateful I am, Inspector. I won't forget it.
I caught you the moment I got the report that Mrs. Manelli...
Claude, they are going crazy. You must go out.
Oh, just a moment.
What's all this about? Why have you brought me here?
Will you kindly follow me, gentlemen?
I'm a little worried about this American. We had to bring him in for interrogation, and now he might make trouble.
I understand. Ask the gentleman to come in, will you please? Perhaps it's better if I talk to him myself. I think I can settle the matter. Mr. Mortimer?
Yes.
My name is Manelli. I'm the husband of the lady who brought all this inconvenience on you. I must explain to you, she is not really responsible. It's my fault.
What do you mean?
I'm not only a husband, I'm also her legal guardian and fully responsible for her actions. My wife is ill. She imagines things. Sometimes her stories sound very plausible, and so she involves innocent people in her private fantasies. Innocent people like yourself. Many times I've been advised to send her away to some institution, but before she became ill, our marriage was very happy. If you've ever loved someone, you will understand. Please accept my apologies.
Of course. I didn't know.
And, Mr. Mortimer, I hope you'll forgive me, too. Being a great admirer of Mr. Manelli, I wanted to avoid a scandal. I should never have arrested you.
It's all right. Perfectly all right.
Karen! Isn't this door always locked?
I opened it for Mrs. Manelli just now, a minute ago.
Where does the corridor lead?
It's a fire exit. It leads to the rear of the building.
Thanks.
Don't worry, we'll find her in no time.
Thank you, Inspector. I don't want the police looking for her. She'll come home on her own. Kruger.
I'm sorry about all this. Inspector, may I go now?
Sure.
Must you? I was hoping you'd be my guest after the concert. I've just one more piece to play, a little Chopin. Wouldn't you like to hear it?
Well, thank you very much, but I'm leaving Vienna tonight. Perhaps some other time.
Oh, well, and of course you're in a hurry. So I can only thank you once more for your understanding. Goodbye, Mr. Mortimer, and Godspeed.
Good night.
Have a good trip.
Oh, my passport. You forgot to give me my passport.
The passport, of course. That would have been awful. It's not so easy to get one. Good night.
Thank you.
My key, please.
Oh, Mr. Mortimer, you didn't lock your door when you left. Shouldn't do that.
Has my ticket arrived from the airline yet?
Yeah, just after you left. Didn't you get it? The lady said she would give it to you.
What lady?
The lady. Who was here earlier. Mrs. Manelli.
You gave it to her?
One of the tickets was in her name. Shouldn't I have done it?
Where is she now?
Well, she just left a minute ago.
Mr. Mortimer?
Yes?
The lady left a message for you. The place is my idea. It's where I always take my girlfriends.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Good evening, sir. 150, please. She'll be right here.
Good evening, sir. Just follow me. Give me your hand. In here. We have a beautiful program on the banks of the Ganges. Here is your place, sir.
Thank you.
Enjoy yourself.
I knew you wouldn't give up that airplane ticket. You're very anxious to leave, aren't you?
I need that ticket. Give it to me.
You'll get it when you tell the truth.
What do you want to know?
Did my husband tell you I was out of my mind?
He said that you often imagine things.
You should know better.
Should I?
My husband accepted you as Mortimer. Why?
Why shouldn't he?
Because he knows Jack Mortimer as well as I do. Jack is dead, isn't he?
Yes. He was killed in my taxi. I drive a taxi. That's what I do. I picked him up at the station and...
Please, give me a moment. We'll talk in a moment.
Don't miss the pictures. We're closing soon.
The thing I can't understand is, if you had nothing to do with this, why do you help the murderer?
I'm not helping anyone except myself.
You're pretending to be someone you're not. My husband didn't give you away. Why?
I'm no detective. I don't know why he didn't.
Jack Mortimer came to Vienna. If you leave Vienna, he leaves too. And as far as the police here are concerned, there never will have been a crime.
I see, and that's what your husband wants.
Yes. Because he killed Jack Mortimer.
It's 11 o'clock. Sorry, we're closing. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Don't miss our new program. It's very exciting. Aren't you a new customer? I hope you will come again. Just get the habit. Everyone likes to see foreign places, and emergency too can go there. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Of course, some come just because it's dark.
Hello, honey. Are you going our way? Tough luck. Let's go.
I must talk to you some more. Where can we go?
Come with me.
It's ruined, and it was perfectly new when I took the taxi. I had compliments on it all evening.
It's so new, it's not even paid for.
I don't know what these spots are, but they look like blood.
No, wait a moment. Who do you think I'm carrying in my taxi? Pigs? It's probably red wine.
It does look like blood. How do you explain it, Heinrich?
I don't know. Maybe it's lipstick.
How long have you been driving tonight?
That's my first load. I sure be happy when this year's over.
Didn't we have you in here a couple of months ago for letting a man drive for you without a license?
Why should I do that?
Come on. Didn't you have trouble with us before?
Since I can remember.
What's the name of the man?
I don't know.
Come on, what's the name?
I don't know.
All right. It'll take a second to find out.
You should leave as fast as you can. Once you're far away, you will know the right thing to do. Tony, when you get to America, couldn't the police find you just the same?
No. Once I'm there, I can change my name. No one will be able to find me. Oh, I'll get along all right. Don't forget I lived there as a child.
Then I would use this passport. See how happy he is to get out of here? It's all because of this window.
What do you mean?
Well, his father was a professor. They had a big house. The windows looking out on a garden, or even a park. So every time he looks at this, he just thinks, how can I get a better view?
Don't you?
I look at it and think, how can I get decent curtains up here? Get new springs in this sofa, and sit on it with the right kind of man. Then I'd love the view.
Marie is right. We should leave.
We?
Yes. You still have the tickets. The plane takes off at 2 o'clock. Your husband will never think that we're leaving together. He'll look for you everywhere but at the airport. What time does the bus leave?
In an hour.
Good.
Do you know the new year starts in 5 minutes? Look at this, Tony. I was afraid I would have to drink it all alone. Now I'm going to share it with you. So you owe me 30 shillings. That's only fair. For you both, a safe trip.
And for you, the kind of view you want.
Marie, Happy New Year.
Oh, look.
They're looking for you.
Come on, up the stairs, quickly. Marie.
Go.
Well, does a certain Tony Sponer live there? Thank you.
We are looking for a man named Sponer. Tony Sponer.
Yes, he lives here. Why? What's he done?
Where is he?
I don't know. We had a date here to see the New Year in, but he stood me up. So I'm getting drunk all by myself. Happy New Year.
Wait there. Don't worry. We'll be able to get out of this cellar.
So quiet here.
Well, the bills have stopped. It's the beginning of a new year. Do you realize we've been running for 2 years? Watch out. It's all right. Come on.
Oh, no, please, I'm so tired. Can't we stay here till time for our bus?
Let me have a look and see.
Very comfortable.
Sit over there. Karen, don't be afraid. Everything's going to be all right.
I am afraid. Because now, for the first time, I really believe I might escape.
You know, it's funny. Everything your husband said sounded so plausible.
I know. He can be the kindest, warmest, most charming man I've ever known. We met on my first trip to Europe. I was alone. My parents died when I was 4. We married after 1 month. And I was happy. For 1 week.
And then?
A cat and mouse game. No end, no respite, day and night. Claude has one overwhelming love. Himself. This love is like a religion. It's God asks for human sacrifices.
Well, I'm going to have a look in the cellar.
What's in there?
Well, I'm sure they are. I've seen them there myself.
Better get out of here. What is it? What's the matter? Come on, over here. Over here.
Oh.
Here. What's the matter?
Oh, I don't know. It's a rock or something.
Let me have a look. You've got a nail in there. It's all right. Just rest a while, I'll fix it. Tell me, why haven't you left your husband before this?
Oh, I did leave him so many times. Every time he got me back, every time I believed again, until at the end I was near suicide. There was a doctor, a friend of Claude's, his most fervent admirer. He was the one who had me declared not responsible. Ever since then, it's been just a simple choice. Claude's love or an institution.
Come on, Mitzi, there's no one here.
No, Hansi, take me home. Look, 5 minutes.
No, I'm late already.
Whom do you love more, your mother or me?
You are so different.
Come on, make up your mind.
Mother.
Well, the situation was full of danger, but not for us.
What time is it?
My watch is stopped. Must be close to 1.
Don't you have Jack's watch? Listen.
Quarter to 1. Well, we've still got time. Who was Jack Mortimer?
Something very rare. A real friend. We grew up together. The last time I saw him was at my wedding. He was our best man. At the station after the wedding, he let this watch chime, and he said 12 o'clock, the 29th of September. Will you remember what I tell you now? And I laughed and said I would until the end of my life. And he said, whenever you need me, give me a ring and I'll come. Claude was making a tour of Australia, and I said, it's very expensive to call from Australia. He gave me a kiss and said, just reverse the charges. I called him 2 weeks ago.
It's my last. We'll have to share.
She isn't. Are you sure? Well, maybe I've got the wrong name. She's slim, blonde, and she's wearing a brown coat. Quite sure. Well, thank you very much. Well?
Try another. Call every hotel.
I've already called dozens, and there are hundreds more in Vienna.
Never mind. I must find her.
Hotel Savoy. Is a lady named Mrs. Manelli registered with you? Manelli liked the pianist. Oh, thank you.
Wait a minute. This fellow. He said he was going to leave tonight.
What? But Karen's not going to travel with a man she thinks a criminal. Anyway, you don't know how he was going to leave. By car, train, plane.
Get me the police inspector.
Claude, this is pure madness. Leave the police out of it.
I don't care.
Listen, Claude. Karen doesn't love you anymore. That's finished. Let her go.
I can't. Perhaps I could have yesterday, but not now. Too much has happened.
Listen, is there a passenger booked on this plane named Mortimer?
Yes, there is.
He didn't cancel his reservation.
Not that I know of. Is there any message for the gentleman?
No.
Thank you, Mr. Neumann. Mr. Van Swieten. All right, Mr. Jelinek. Thank you, Mr. Mortimer.
Mr. Mortimer.
Yes?
I come from the Löwen.
The what?
From the Golden Lion.
Oh, you mean the hotel?
Didn't you forget something?
My suitcase.
Mm-hmm. There it is.
Oh,
Just a moment. First there is the little matter of the bill. 75 shillings.
Yes, of course.
You know, it's not much of a way to spend New Year's Eve. Lugging a suitcase to the airport, and one has to leave one's family.
I'm sorry. This ought to take care of it.
Oh, thank you. That's too much. May I wish you a happy New Year, and may I offer you a cigarette, an Austrian one.
Thanks.
And now, your suitcase. Here it is. I wish you a happy New Year.
Same to you.
And do come again.
Madam, it's been 5 years since you've been to the United States. I'm afraid you have to have a vaccination certificate at the first aid station.
Where's that?
Right over there. You had $600 with you, Mr. Mortimer. How much have you got left?
Most of them.
That's too bad. We like visitors to spend their dollars here. But you've only had a short visit, so you'll be excused. If you promise to spend more next time.
Thanks.
Thank you. Goodbye. Pleasant trip. May I have the passport, please?
All right, Tony. Come on. This must be it here. There's nobody here.
Claude.
Good evening. Or should I say good morning?
Say whatever you want. What is this? A trap?
Just a friendly hint not to interfere with things that don't concern you. You're not leaving, Karen. The trip wouldn't be good for your health.
It can't be good for her health to be left in the company of a murderer.
You shouldn't use big words like that. You probably don't believe them yourself.
Maybe the police will believe them.
Will they? Let's see. Kruger, would you be so kind and ask the police inspector to come in here? Now get one thing into your head. Anybody who comes between me and my wife had better watch out.
I realize that. And just what should I do, in your opinion?
It's a very simple choice. Either you leave with all my good wishes, or a certain taxi driver will be convicted of killing and robbing Jack Mortimer.
Please leave, Tony. You must leave. Nobody believes me. Nobody will believe you.
Oh, Mr. Mortimer. Nice seeing you once more.
Flight number 72, Frankfurt, New York. Passengers, please board the plane.
Isn't that your plane, Mr. Mortimer?
Flight number 72, Frankfurt, New York. Passengers, please board the plane.
Yes, that's my plane.
Flight number 72, Frankfurt, New York. Passengers, please board the plane.
Thank you. Mr. Mortimer,
Yes.
will you hurry along, please?
I'm not going.
Flight number 72, now leaving Vienna. Flight number 72, now leaving Vienna.
Mr. Mortimer, you missed your plane. Have you forgotten something?
Inspector, I want you to arrest me.
Arrest you?
Yes, for falsifying a passport, for stealing someone else's identity, and for aiding a murderer.
What are you talking about?
Of murder. Of Jack Mortimer, murdered by him.
Mr. Manelli, are you? Do you know what he's talking about?
I suppose he's repeating one of my wife's fantasies. Or perhaps he's accusing me of something he has done himself.
You knew I was an imposter. Why didn't you give me away? You knew the real Jack Mortimer, didn't you?
I never knew anyone named Mortimer before. If I did, I don't remember.
You don't remember the best man at your own wedding? He was your best man, wasn't he? Or is this, too, a fantasy?
I haven't the slightest idea what he's talking about.
All right. In this suitcase, which I took from the man you killed, is a photograph of you and your wife at your wedding, together with Jack Mortimer. Do you remember now?
The man is obviously insane.
Show me the picture.
I will. Chase is over. For him and for me.
What will happen to you?
Nothing special. If I'm lucky, I'll only get a few months. After that, I'll be right back where I started. It looks like we'll both get our wish. You wanted to get away, and you will. I wanted to go to jail. And I will. Only now I'm not so eager anymore. When will you be leaving?
I'm not leaving, Tony. I'll be here.